All right, Jimmy, today we're going to learn about shield cards. Shields are your main way of defending against opponent attacks. Just like all actions, your shield is going to have a color type, a property, name, effects, and flavor text. When you throw a shield onto a character, it's going to defend that character against attacks according to the rating of the shield. So if someone were to throw a hit 6 attack on you while you have a shield 1, well 6 minus 1, you'll take 5 damage. So if you threw up this shield of 8 against an attack of 6, 6 minus 8 equals 0, you wouldn't take any damage at all. And it gets better too, because not only does the shield block damage, okay, we lost Jimmy. All right, bye Jimmy. Well, Jimmy already knows pretty much everything there is to know about shields, but we'll keep on going for the rest of you here. So let's say we have this shield 8 against an attack 6. Well, 6 minus 8 is 0, so you're not going to take any damage at all in this situation. What's interesting about shields is when you throw a shield onto your character, the color typing of the shield becomes very important. Because when a color is over your character, we're going to ignore your character's colors and instead do damage calculation based only on the colors of your shields. So in this case, that would mean that you are now immune to nature attacks, but weak to technology. So if you can plan out your opponent's moves and predict what they're going to do, and you throw down the right shield at the right time, you can make sure that you have an even better advantage against your opponent. So see, this character is a war type. So that means normally he'll take double damage against nature. So an attack like this would do 12 damage and be a one-shot kill against this guy. But let's say you knew your opponent was planning on using that on you. So you throw down this nature shield at the same time they try to hit you with a nature attack. Well, nature on nature, green on green, means that it doesn't matter how weak that shield is, it's going to be completely immune to attacks that match the same color. So it's going to block the damage and the effects. So now you've gone from a situation where you're taking double damage to no damage at all. Now the downside to that is you're not just taking the shield's immunities, you're also taking the shield's weaknesses. So let's say an opponent were to throw this technology shield on you while you had a nature shield up. Well, that tech is going to do double damage against your shield, going from a 2 to a 4. That 4 damage against your 1 shield is going to break the shield, and 3 damage will carry over. So you see, in this situation, you actually ended up taking more damage from shielding than if you didn't shield at all. See, if this attack hit you directly, it would have done 2 damage. But since you threw up a shield that was weak against tech attacks, it actually ended up doing 3 final damage to your character. Now, remember with Galatune, you can aim shields wherever you want to. So you can throw a shield onto yourself to defend yourself, but you could also throw a shield onto other players to defend another player. But the shield you throw down is only active for the turn you play it. So if you were to throw down this hit 8 shield onto yourself and someone were to just attack you with a weak attack, the rest of that shield is not going to stick around. It's going to dissipate after 1 turn. So you're not going to be able to bank up multiple shields by playing them one at a time. That said, it is possible to have multiple shields on your character at once. Since everyone can aim their shields, and since everyone takes their turn simultaneously, you could have multiple players playing shields on you at the same time. So let's say you threw down this light shield on yourself at the same time that your buddy plays a dark shield on top of you. So how does this work? Well, basically, if there's multiple shields on you, you're going to combine their ratings and add up their colors as well. So right now you have both dark and light on you. So in that case, you've just become immune to dark and light because you're going to take the immunities and weaknesses from both colors. So see, with the light shield, you become immune to light but weak to dark. But if a dark shield's on you at the same time, well, you've just canceled both of those weaknesses out. And you could have, there's no limit to that either. So let's say someone also threw a nature shield on you. Well, at this point, you're immune to light, immune to dark, and immune to nature. But you are taking that technology weakness. times 2 damage of tech against nature. But you can keep on stacking that too. Let's say on one single turn, 4 players shielded you. So now you're immune to light, immune to dark, immune to nature, and immune to tech. So see, on its own, that nature shield would have been weak to tech, but since you also have a tech shield, that cancels out and you're immune to tech. So right now with this color combo, your only weakness is going to be Mystic, because you're taking that times 2 Mystic damage against your technology shield. So in theory, if you have 6 shields on you at one time, you'll be immune to all colors, which basically makes you invincible at that point. Now that said, even though it's possible, that's really difficult to coordinate. Remember, these shields don't linger. After you place the shield, it's immediately gone on the next turn. So you would have to have all 6 of these shields on your character played in a single turn. And since you can only play 1 card at a time, that means you need at least 5 other people to agree to help you out. At the end of the day, Galatune comes down to how well you can talk to people. I mean, how well can you convince them to work with you, and how good are you at forming alliances and betrayals? So if you have the talent to convince multiple people to shield you on a single turn, well then you can stack up a bunch of immunities at once. Be careful though, because again, if you shield thoughtlessly, you'll end up taking those bonus damages and get hurt worse than you would for not shielding. So that's basic. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. So let's say you have multiple attacks against your one shield. If the shield blocks the damage of the attacks, the effects are also blocked. But if your shield bursts, suddenly all of those effects are going to come through. So let's say that we have enough attacks coming against me at once to overwhelm that shield. We got a 5, a 2, and a 6. So that's definitely going to break through that shield 4. And now, not only is all that damage coming through, but so are those secondary effects. Like this attack basically has a steal life effect, kind of a leech life move. So that damage that this did is also going to heal its opponent. Now, even though the effects break through when the shield pops, you're not going to take the colors through against the champion. So you're not going to calculate color bonuses twice. What I'm saying is, when you have the shield up, you ignore your character's typing and you only look at the shield's typing. But if the shield breaks, you're not going to reevaluate that a second time. So color calculations for bonuses and immunity only occurs on the initial point of contact. So think about it. If the attack is directly hitting your character's body, then you're going to calculate color typings based on your character's body type. But if the attack makes contact with the shield first, then you're only going to look at the shield's color typing.